Welcome back, everybody. We're trying to send a team on into Chicago, but first of all, we need to eliminate some teams in that process. I'm Trace, this is Dinko, and right now we have a third map on our hands. That of Windigo taking on the Norwegians of Nordavind.
Yeah, we've seen obviously the first two maps very, very close indeed, 16-14, I believe, on both maps. So obviously the first one was Nordavind's pick, and they obviously get it done barely. And then the second map was looking like they could have 2-0'd, but Windigo come right back into it.
Yeah, they really did. And I mean, it's just such a back and forth all the way to the end. The nail biters are right there. Hell, even the words overtime can be muttered in correlation with these matchups. But now we look at a Nuke. I'm not even sure what to expect.
Yeah, I think that I'm going to join you on that. It's going to be a very shaky one, I have to say, because both teams have kind of looked good at times and then absolutely awful at other times. And it's kind of hard to predict which sort of team we're going to see from both sides, because obviously we've seen Windigo get a strong start on both maps and then kind of let go of it. We've seen Nordavind step it up, and then on Mirage, they stepped it up to a good level and then kind of dropped off towards the end. So they can't really afford to do that here on Nuke.
No, they can't. There needs to be a strong start right from the beginning. Nuke, one of those maps that you will see an 11-4 half. You will see a very one-sided thing happen. But then again, it's still possible for the other team to come back. It's not like they're written out of it at any level at all.
Yeah, we started to actually see a couple more teams pick up their T-sides a bit more in this Chicago Invitational. So we've definitely seen some T-side affairs, which is, again, strange to see. So we'll hopefully see some close affairs again from Nordavind and Windigo. But straight away a pause, so a little bit of a lackluster start.
It is a little bit slower of a start, but that's all right. I'll take it. We're going to be looking at Nuke. We're going to be looking at Nordavind starting on the CT side. I'm not sure what we can say about their CT sides. Are they strong? Is this going to help them out? But this day and age, that seems to be the side everyone leans on. So
yeah, we
shall see.
Well, we do still obviously see pretty one-sided CT halves come in, but we'll see if Windigo can get it done on their T side. Coming into it, it seems as though they're going to go with a bit of an execute in mind. Bubbles picked up a smoke and a flash, buying the rest of Kevlar, apart from Blocker, is yet to purchase. And there we go, some Kevlar in the mix as well. Every single player in Nordavind, though, going for Kevlar. No kits to be seen, no utility to be seen. So they've got to hit the headshots.
That they do. And here we go. We are off to the races. This being an elimination matchup and also now an elimination map. Nuke is going to be the decider. And that's where we find ourselves. Slow start here from Windigo on the T side. They have really tried to show some force outside, but ultimately not too many rounds being fired off until now. Rubino the first casualty, and it's going to be Ships that's done the damage.
Yeah, very long range fight coming in with a Glock, but he wins it, and so the advantage is there for Windigo, and still loads of time to work with for the T side. There's Poison. I'll have to try and get it towards the A bomb side, trying to test his luck a little bit. He will spot a player close. That is Croman, just hiding behind the boxes, trying to keep his life intact. Can't afford to drop another player here in Nordavind with not any answer. And Tensky, oh, so close to dropping. He's 1 HP. Poison will pick up Croman, and Tensky runs in towards the lower bomb side. This is not looking like the start Nordavind want, but Halzerk has picked up Poison.
Not at all. Tensky on 1 HP. Halzerk. Well, this is going to be a struggle to hold it on, but Halzerk is going to do just that. This bomb will get planted, though. That's going to go a long way for Windigo. In a 2v2, Ships on 48 HP. He's fighting it out all by himself. There is Bubble in the lower sight, able to take down Halzerk. Can he look for the second? No, because Ships is going to be there to save the day. And there you have it, a pistol round on the board for Windigo.
A T-side pistol as well, so this is the best chance for them to try and build up a little bit of success on the T side. And the AK being purchased straight away. And here are your odds from GG.Bet. 1.48 for Windigo, 2.5 for Nordavind. So the Windigo side are being favored here to win the series.
That is the case. And again, we are on the end of the series. Somebody's getting eliminated at the conclusion of this matchup on Nuke. So there you have it. If you want to know the implications, it doesn't get much more clear cut than that. Really quick show of force outside. And Halzerk hitting a nice 2 shots there to finish off Poison. He's going to continue to fight it. He is not going to give it up. It doesn't matter. They've already made it down secret.
Well, advantage available for the Norwegians. Can they keep it? The answer is no. So Blocker takes the head off Harry, and it's into a 4v4 yet again. And this time, Blocker just trying to slowly take some more control towards the lower bomb side. But Tensky, he wants to stop them from getting near the control room. And oh, not going to be able to do so. Great headshot from Blocker.
Yeah, good flick right there on Tensky. And that was a real shot for Nordavind. They stay in this round heavily, but as it stands, it's going to take a little bit of heroic over there on the other side of his teammates. Halzerk's going to make sure that that round doesn't end right then and there. 3 versus 3, all very low and Windigo. Halzerk could, in fact, just hit them once and take them all down. They're that low. So here we have it. A little bit of an audible called. Chroma's going to be watching for them to maybe come back up the vents, and, well, he might just have hit the jackpot, but he's turned looking at lobby. My goodness. This is going to get dirty. 30 seconds left on the clock, and that sound cue right there might have alarmed them. Croman is in that position.
Well, Victor and Bubble got 2 rifles still, but this is not the type of run they were expected to have to come up against. Nordavind with the advantage, all of them with weapons they've salvaged. Only Victor getting dropped in the vent. That's the bomb. This is all on Bubble.
Oh, what a disaster for Windigo. Bubble stuck in heaven. Nothing he can do. Nowhere he can go. But Nordavind are going to grab one for themselves in response to that first round. That's a big one for them.
Yeah, certainly a big one for Nordavind, taking one on the board. And you can see it was looking good for Windigo at the start, right? They were finding the engagements. Blocker wins these battles, and they just have the advantages, and suddenly it just tipped on its head.
That it has. Quite the fight there for the lower site. At the end of the day, yeah, the audible called there from Windigo to back up. Just nothing ever came out of that. That was not going to be a good look for them. Now they're going to keep trying to fight outside. Smoke's out so they can get themselves a little bit more territory control. Fighting towards red. Wow. Okay. Quite the shot there from Halzerk. Legging him down. Finishing off Ships. Ships goes down. He'll take Rubino with him. This scout is pretty freaking deadly here from Halzerk, I'll say that.
Yeah, he looked really solid on it, and it's quite impressive, I have to say. Poison and Victor, the last 2 players remaining. The MP9 getting some cash off the back of Harry. It's all on Victor. Deagle in hand versus 4. Minute and 10 seconds to play with, but Molotov's coming in towards his position. That'll force him away. And we'll see what he can get done. Probably not a whole lot, and that's correct. So Croman will take him away with the Galil. And so 2-1. You know, after the pistol win from Windigo on the T side, you start to think, okay, this is their chance to build up a good start on the T side. Build up quite a few rounds, but then Nordavind just come right into it, and they have a great chance of building up a CT lead. Yeah,
the momentum just not there. Windigo letting their wind out of the sails, and now they're going to have to fight back in this one with some Glocks. No upgraded pistols. Looks like they want to try to do some sort of vent bomb, perhaps. Here, getting down lower, getting the bomb down, all the damage being done, though. And that is just a bloodbath in the fatal funnel that is a squeaky door. That bomb down in pretty much an unretrievable position. Victor by his lonesome in just a matter of time before Harry finds him.
Yeah, we just seen the odds in GG.Bet starting to slip a little bit further back to Nordavind. You know, they still were the underdogs in this, but the odds have slipped in their favor. So they should definitely start to feel pretty happy about that, and certainly looking like the team with a better start here, 3-1. It's going to be the AKs from Windigo, though. SGs implying Poison and Ships.
Yes, this round will be very telling as to how this half is going to start to shape up. Again, weapons on both sides. Halzerk with the AWP. Seen what he can do with it outside with the scout, so perhaps we could see something along the same lines. But this time, they want to take outside with a quickness. It's Windigo. They're going to go ahead and try to wrap all the way around to CT Hell. Tinsky falls first. Victor takes a lot of damage in the meantime.
He's trying to be a ninja and get up towards heaven. He's got a teammate there to back him up. It's always really... You have to be so sure that you're ready to walk around that corner in heaven. You also have to have backup because almost every single time you're going to lose the fight.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Well, as it stands, this is going to turn awkward. It looks like Nordavind is pushed all the way up into lobby. That's going to be Croman, to be exact. So he's got a lot of intel right there that this hit might be a split of the upper sight. And, well, is that what the doctor ordered? It's starting to look like it. Rubino with one. Can't seem to cover for Harry, who just fall to poison. That leaves us Rubino and Halzerk to just try to maintain the upper sight. And they're doing it, but barely. Oof. Not like that, though. Halzerk falls. Bomb gets you back in the hands of ships. 1v2. Rubino. Round in his hands. Not quick enough to the draw. 3 to 2. It's going to be Blocker that comes out on top.
So Windigo, back to winning ways. So can they get 2 in a row, though? The money is still not amazing on their side. It's actually better on the CT side. So this is not going to be easy. And the problem with winning a round and then losing one straight away is, first of all, it kills all the momentum. It also kills your cash. And so Windigo will be back to a weaker buy if they end up losing this one. So everything needs to be thrown into this. They have to be successful.
That they do. Quite the gamble. See what they can do with all the grenades across the entirety of the map. No one is dodging grenades right here this early on, especially Victor. They just try to get down secret, and in the meantime, they're just getting spammed on through the smoke. Nonetheless, they do make it down with the bomb. It's Blocker. Patinsky's got wind of this. He's going to push up all the way out there to T-Red outside, and that's going to give him a little bit of intel until he runs right into ships. And the Creek comes out on top, and currently 4 versus 4. A little bit of a stall there for Windigo.
Well, 4v4, minute left on the clock, and something I noticed on the CT side is there's no AUGs, and tweet from Stay in Pit says the recent nerf of the AUG has lowered the popularity of the AUG. In the first 8 games of the GG.Bet Chicago Invitational, the AUG has been purchased 79 times compared to 559 M4s.
Wow, coming at me with the hard stat lines, I see. Here we have it. Stat lines don't matter at all, and Bubbles in your face with a Galil. Putting the number game in advantage of Windigo, 4 versus 3. And as I say that, Chips falls. So 3 versus 3, and now with the clock dwindled down to about 20 seconds, a decision is going to have to be made.
It's going to be a hard decision. It's going to be even harder to get onto the bomb site as the ball will be dropped inside of the double doors, and they're going to have to recover that 12 seconds.
Oh,
it's going to be super quick here as Rubino coming back in from the A bomb site has to rotate on in. If he can deny the bomb plant, which he cannot, it'll have to be the retake.
Yeah, he's going to Molotov off the back of the site. He's got a hunch that the player couldn't have gotten out of sight that fast, and he's exactly right. However, he did get up top. He is on the lower rafters. Rubino, 1 versus 2. Bubble with 5 HP, very much doable. Trying to get the spam in there, that would have been quite lethal.
Yeah, no kit. Definitely going to have to be the save.
Yeah, nothing can be done. He's going to go ahead and back out of dodge. The bomb is going to go off. When to go grab a third, and we have an even ball game. Speaking of keeping it even, Steven, head over to csgo.net. Use code Chicago and get yourself a discount on a re-up, as well as the chance to get some cool skins. Official partner of GG.Bet Chicago Invitational. Make sure you check them out. They're making it all very much reality here. So we look at a 3-3. Even Steven.
Starting to see a pattern form again. That's quite similar to that of the first 2 maps. Very, very close, back and forth. Neither team being able to string a whole lot together, which is kind of different to the other games we've seen in the Invitational. We've seen a lot of teams just build up quite a few rounds in one half and then completely fall flat in the second, and that's why we've had close games. But this one has been a little bit more conventional. It's been every couple of rounds won, and then they lose a couple, the economy's shifting, and they seem like they're quite evenly matched. So we'll see if Nuke can be a blockbuster of a game, or will Windigo start to string away a few. But this one SG saved over from Rubino has picked up the first kill.
That it has. Taking their time. Slowing down the pace of the game. It's been a pretty hellish affair in the beginning of these rounds for both these teams, and now looking to change things up just a little bit. For Rubino, able to only topple that above. Proper trade does come in, and the fight's going to ensue outside as well. Look at the stack, too. They want to swarm that player in ships. They're going to do it and take him down with USP. Bomb should be making it down into lower. And being planted. It does look like Nordavind are on to the case, though. Rotation's going to be there, but the bomb plant should go down regardless.
Yeah, Victor punches in the digits. Advantage is with Nordavind, and Chroma's going to use his expendability to get a kill on the Victor. He's still going as well. Poison has to pull off the 1v3. No defuse kit on the CT side, but Poison has picked up the kill on a Holzerk. 2 more to 5, but the nade comes in, and that's the way to end it. Right there, Nordavind coming in with the defuse, and around with just 1 SG. Rubino gets 2 kills, and the rest unfolds.
Yep, and they're going to secure that AWP too. So, all in all, good call by Nordavind to play that one with a fast pace there at the end of the round. That really did prove to be fruitful for them. Did net them their 4th round to the 3 of Windigo. Again, an elimination map in an elimination match. And here we have it.
Well, did you know on CSGO.net there are discounts and new cases every week as well?
Oh, really?
Yeah. And of course, if you use the code Chicago, like you said, you can also get the 30% bonus to your top-up.
Ah, yeah, that's the one. Chicago. That was the code bonus that I was saying. Okay. Nailed it. Here we go. Outside's going to have quite a bit of a fight going on. Still the contest for inner. Just a little bit, though. Blocker with 2, so already things starting off rough here for the Norwegians.
Well, Poison waiting for a couple of players to come into his crosshair up towards heaven, and 3 of them are going to be coming from that same position. So Windigo, as long as they keep their eyes on it, they might just find some success. Also ships in behind, so it's not looking too great here for the Norwegians, but they'll try and come back in. It's blocked with 1 kill. Tensky able to get 1 back, but it's all falling to pieces as Windigo will even again.
An even game, 4-4. You do hate to see that if you're a fan of the Norwegian team. That is Nordavind, Croman and Rubino and company. Tensky as well. Can't seem to find the rhythm. They did find 3 in a row, but then it's just been pretty back and forth. Find 3 in a row, lose 2, get 1 more, and then lose the round we just watched. Not a fantastic start, but a good look here from Windigo. They have an even better look in this round. Holzerk with the AWP, Croman with the M4. To the side of that, not a whole lot to show. Only head armor on Tensky and, well, utility basically non-existent. 2 smokes, that's not going to do too much. Uphill battle for Norway.
Lots of hills in Norway, at least. So they're used to it.
Like fjords and all those kind of things, right?
So at least they've got that going for them. But Poison, he'll take away Harry, and good kill coming in.
Harry just caught with his pants down in the radio room.
Well, Block is going to try and get 1 back for Windigo as Bubble with the kill onto Croman. So it's still 3v3. Even Steven seems to be the common phrase being used in this. 3 players apiece for both teams. Even scoreline, but that will be changed after this one. One of the teams will head into the lead for the time being, at least. With 45 seconds left, Windigo are going to have to try and make their play, but it's Tensky aggressive through ramp. He will take the headshot on the Poison and falls back from radio in towards the ramp room with his reward. Victor and Bubble back in towards lobby. 25 seconds. This is the play right through towards the A-bomb side, but Victor hasn't checked above him, and there might just be an unwanted guest up there. Oh, still Victor takes the kill, looks back over towards heaven, but it's Holzer with 1. Not enough, though. It's back into the 1v1. 12 HP on Tensky.
Tensky, 12 HP in the split screen. We're going to do it.
Oh, he's got an AWP now as well.
The double ops is going to get real nasty real quick. Grimy at best. Tensky might have the idea that this player is here towards the door. Let's try to smoke out the bomb, go for the tap, and maybe, just maybe, there was a world where that no-scope connects, but it's going to be Bubble that does win the round 5-4.
Is there ever going to be a run that's just clear-cut?
No, absolutely not.
It's going to be equal trays, back into the clutches, right onto the final seconds. They really love to take their time, and it will be a pause coming in. As Nordavind feel like they need more time to talk about what's going wrong. And there is quite a bit going wrong for both teams.
Yeah, it just seems pretty all over the place. I mean, there's no real string of rounds being put together here. You know, for Windigo, it's been 2, lose 1, win 2. And I mean, that's about as close as the string becomes, I suppose, at this point. Either way, freeze time's going to come to an end. Windigo 5-4, so this is still not clearly anyone's game. But with the purchasing power of Nordavind, not a whole lot they're going to have to show in this round. I'm talking Deagles. I'm talking 5.7s, a Scout, and an SMG. That's a rough one. No kits.
Yeah, you know, the strangest thing is that's probably more likely to win than a normal buy.
Yeah, oddly enough, you are onto something there, Dinko. That is the absolute truth. CSGO 2019, everyone, where anything is, in fact, possible. Brought to you, of course, by GG.Bet Chicago Invitational and Vendetta, Halvor Gudalistal, who's playing auto chess.
Well, Victor has got one kill. Blocker coming in as well alongside Bubble. And again, it's back and forth. Not easy here for Windigo, but it's all on the Tensky who will be finished off. Again,
and just like you said, look how close this round gets, even with the buy, the quality of the buy they had. And even now, now that they've done that in the last round, not going to be any easier in this round. As you can see, the money there on the side of Nordavind. Player with the most, 2750 on Croman. So now they're really going to have to get their finances in order. Perhaps hiring an accountant, perhaps figuring it out.
I would definitely just hire an accountant. I would not waste my time.
Yeah. Wasting your time and also playing it safe. And right now, Nordavind trying to play it safe. Here we go. Croman with the F1 race car peaks.
Oh, Tensky big flank.
This is ridiculous. They're pushing with pistols, working just fine. There's a real chance for them to win this round. Bubble equalizing it a little bit. That leaves him at 3 HP, so.
This is insanity. The USP getting another kill as well. What is going on? Victor on his own, 1v3. He's got the first kill. 2 more to find, though. He's got an AK-47, but he has to go up against Croman, who's got an SG, and Halzerk, who's salvaged himself a AK-47. The bomb is in the floor, and it's not as easy as you think. There is definitely a booby trap waiting for him.
Oh, yeah. It's right there. Not so much the Victor just yet. 1 versus 2. Gets snuffed out by Croman with the Krieg that he's retrieved off a fallen enemy. So, again, the most ridiculous rounds, one of the most ridiculous fashions. We're talking pushes with P250s and everything that you can imagine right here. Bubble, really the only reason that this round stayed as close as it did.
Yeah, that could have been even worse for Windigo. They still end up losing it, though, and I think it's quite right to call pause here because things are falling apart for the T side. And yeah, it's been close, it's been scrappy, but Nordavind, they're going to be disappointed that they've let Windigo get 6 runs already on the T side.
Yeah, it's a rough one out here, I'll tell you that. 6-5, looking at round number 12. It's going to be a fiscally responsible Windigo. They're not going to buy up into this one too hard. Somehow, Victor with an AK. Guess do what you got to do. Another AK and a Gleal to the side of that.
I mean, surely they know Nordavind's economy's not in a great position, and they've seen what Nordavind can do with just USPs. So maybe they just want to test their luck with this buy coming in. And I would not be surprised if they end up winning this, as Poison will take the headshot. Early advantage picked up for the T side. I think I'm starting to lose my mind.
Yeah, well, I've lost my mind. Give me a call if you find it. It's going to be Tensky on chips, so response is there in the form of Dino falling. And Bubble's on one right now. Even with how close these rounds are getting, he's still hitting some pretty good shots. The lower bomb site's going to go ahead and fall. Again, very low players here on the side of Windigo, but this bomb's going to get planted regardless.
Who would have guessed it? Another round win for Windigo off the back of a weak buy. So Tensky throws away the AWP, doesn't want to let that go into the hands of Windigo. At least that's the right call. But 7 HP, he'll look what he can get done. And a couple of rebuys being forced here in Windigo would be okay, but it'll be another round win for Windigo. 7 on the board. I have to say, Nordavind are actually coming out worse for wear on this one, considering it's a CT-sided mapping. Yeah. And, you know, they've had good opportunities, but they've just let it slip pretty much every time they've had that opportunity.
Just disaster after disaster here for Nordavind. It seems as though they can't catch a break, and when they do, it's just not enough. Win around, lose the conversion, and there it is. Here we have it. Another fluky buy there from Nordavind. We're going to see what they can do with the op in Tensky's hands. Not a singular kit, but they do have 3 flashes, so maybe that'll be enough. We'll find out. Another op there out on the side of Halzerk. So they want to do something strange for a little piece of change. Seems like that's what's in order. But in the meantime, Windigo not giving them any fights just yet.
Oh, that really looked like it was on him, but Tensky probably just a millimeter away from collecting the opening kill, so will fall away. But Halzerk, he's the secondary operative. They expect another op to be in play. Luckily for the T side, it will be a miss from Halzerk, a follow-up miss coming in as well, and the pressure being put on towards Heaven from Windigo. Halzerk just backing away. It will be the kill for Poison that opens things up, but Chroma gets the trade from Heaven, and it's still a 4v4. The advantage back in favor of the CT side. Another one might just come Halzerk's way, as Windigo are just looking completely disjointed. One by one they go, and it will be most likely another round here for Nordavind. Rubino surely gets this. Oh, spray comes in. Why has he done that? That's so unfortunate. Victor will pick it up. Good chance for him to find the follow-up, but it's the MP9 that'll close it out. Nordavind should probably just stick to the weak weapons, as that's where they're having a hell of a lot more success.
Yeah, and I think the most frustrating part about this entire affair is the fact that it doesn't appear that anyone is playing team-based Counter-Strike. Everyone's just kind of running around, doing whatever, trying to get a couple kills for themselves.
Yeah, it's like a retake server or something.
It really does have that vibe to it right now, especially given the economy situation we're seeing on both sides of the server. Outrageous, really. Nonetheless, Norway getting 6, and then you have everybody just pressing F1 and spawn for Windigo. So we'll keep it up. We'll keep you up to date as well. Make sure you guys head over to social media and let us know what you think about this qualifier. I do believe you can use hashtag Maincast.
Invitational threats.
Well, there's that. You can use that too.
Well, this is going to be Croman up on top of the HUD. It will be the kill coming in. Victor will fall away, and Croman gets another. So all the kills coming through, and oh, could it be 2 in a row? There we go.
We have finally reached the last round of the half. 7-7. Who will be winning the half?
Yeah, this is kind of even though Windigo have a weak buy here and they have literally nothing, you still can't really say that they might not win it.
Yeah, that has been the name of the game so far. Struggle back and forth. So watch a tug-of-war here. 2 rounds in a row for Nordavind. Perhaps they can make it 3 and close the half out 8-7. But if Windigo do that on their key side, I'd like to think that as a unit, as a team, there's a chance that they're a little bit more cohesive on their CP sides. We'll find out. Fast vent drop here. Poison falls early on. Croman does take it down a considerable amount of HP. It's got 12 total. And there you have it. Bomb planted. So that's kind of changed the tide of the whole round right there.
Yeah. Well, Harry on the lower bomb side has just spotted a player run away towards the squeaky door, but a kill comes in for Victor. Rubino there with 1 as well, but still it's looking like there's a chance for Bubble to pick up the player in the vent, and indeed that is the kill, but Tensky able to reply onto Victor. It's all on Bubble. 1v3. He's got the first kill. Can he get the rest? As he hides towards the stairs, the time is ticking. He's got a Molotov. He's got to run through the fire flames, and the bomb's not over there.
What was that?
They didn't know he's dead. They're looking for him. I don't think anybody's actually looking at their monitor right now. This is pretty crazy.
I'm beyond confused at the Molotov throw.
that has just hurt my head, to be honest.
It was almost as if there was no communication right there when he was throwing that Molotov.
Yeah, and even at the end, there was like no communication either, because on Nordavind, they were still looking for him after he died.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that a little bit more than perhaps
the Molotov
the
just being
bomb
tossed
just
in the open.
You not knowing where the bomb's planted, and then you just throw your Molotov, and hopefully it maybe bleeds over at the last second and stops the defuse. But hey, anyway, I'm on this side of the server. Let's let them do their thing on that side of the server. 8-7. We're looking at a pistol round here. Nordavind somehow coming out on top. If you look at the GG.Bet odds, 1.61 to Windigo. And then Nordavind, well, not too far behind. Poison right out front. 2. Can he grab a third? No, because the blocker will be there to help. Between the two of them, they have just about shut down this entire T-pistol of Nordavind. Rubino by himself.
Well, it has to be stellar from Rubino. So it looks like we're going to go even again. He's going to be just sitting outside the vending machines. He's hungry, but it's Blocker that'll take him away. It is.
Bye.
So even again.
See you later.
That's a clean run finally from Windigo.
Yeah.
But they won the pistol in the first half, lost the follow-up. So need to be careful again here.
Yes, it's true. The conversion will be very important. But again, I think that Windigo are going to be able to show us a little bit better face on their CT side.
Should do, yeah.
We will find out. It's been pretty much chaos and pandemonium up to this point. Both teams, nonetheless, are 8-8. And that lead from Nordavind has been stolen away. A big grenade there onto them.
Yeah, Rubino takes a big brunt to the damage, and Halzerk as well. It's a scout and play on the T side, and Croman, he's going to vertically check that angle. I think it's going to commit to one or the other when you're walking out of that hut, because yeah, you can also get caught up by the top, but Poison is doing some damage. He's got himself 2 kills.
Ow.
Tensky with a nice one, Deke. He's going to need 4 more of those.
Just 4 more. It's not like it's a lot. We're
Not
going
too
to
much,
find
yeah.
out. Tensky going nowhere fast, I'll tell you that. 9-8, Windigo now with a 1-up lead. And what kind of buy will we see come out from Team Norway here?
Probably just a couple of pistols, I'd hope.
But this will be the round they win. So just
Exactly.
keep your eyes on this round, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the best buy they're going to have.
This is somehow the best way of it working out for them. Let's get locked in here into this round. Heavy presence towards outside early on. 2 players up there on Red Rock, and the spam from that AUG is only going to find 1. You would think it'd be more, but 1 and done is what they have lining up for this SMG of ships. Nordavind fighting off a little bit more than they can chew. An ambitious grenade at the end, but it doesn't really matter. Easy does it. Windigo 10-8.
Well, thank God for that. We're back to orthodox Counter-Strike, hopefully.
Don't speak too soon.
Yeah, well, the creeks that come into play for Nordavind is going to be the SG on Croman, Tensky, and Rubino. Halzerk yet to buy, but I'm assuming it's going to be the AWP coming through for the T side. Poison has got his AWP in his hands, and the rest of them picking up the M4 and the FAMAS, and 2 AUGs in play on Blocker and Ships. But a lot of chit-chat going on. Pause comes undone. Halzerk is finally buying up, and it will be the AWP coming in. It's the glass cannon. So no Kevlar on Halzerk, but he will be rocking that sniper. Nordavind need to win this one if they want to continue this back and forth affair, staying close, neck and neck against Windigo. Otherwise, it will be a chance for the Bulgarian side to extend this lead further. Ships with the nade will go in behind the smoke towards outside. And Victor finds himself up in the rafters with the help of Ships, and he actually wants to play with a hole in the door. Luckily, no one from Nordavind is going to be there, so Ships can just stay alive.
5 versus 5 still. Very crucial round here for Nordavind. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Norway, the team not trying to get out in front of themselves here. Well-entrenched Windigo. Gonna get some nade usage out on this upper site. Looks like it's gonna be the pinch. The crunch, they're gonna find Blocker completely blind. Not gonna be able to find Victor on top of the hut just before he can grab 2, but somehow, some way. Poison dropping out of heaven. They want to stop this bomb plant. They do, but at a heavy cost. 1 versus 1. Halzerk and Poison. Bomb down in the site. And this is an awkward situation, Dingo.
Yeah.
That's even more awkward.
That's certainly a way to end it from Halzerk. I literally don't know how this happened. Poison just sits in behind the smoke. He's played it well. He's not giving anything up. And Halzerk just comes in and drops him through the smoke. So well played. Nordavind get themselves 9. That was a round they needed. And a pause coming through. Assuming it's going to be Windigo. Poison doesn't have a whole lot. The rest do, though. So they can probably get a decent buy coming in here. And that's when we see the back and forth establish yet again.
I'm just still kind of stuck in the last half of play. It just kind of got my brain wrapped up like a pretzel, you know?
Yeah, sometimes pretzels are good though.
Oh, pretzels are banging.
I love the hot pretzels with cinnamon. Oh, I just love one of those right now.
Huh. Interesting idea you got there. They usually just like the salt and sodium, because that way when it's salty, I have an excuse for being salty myself. But nonetheless, those only usually come out of about the baseball parks and whatnot. I don't think anyone here would happen to know much about baseball, so
No.
Here we are nonetheless watching round number 20 of potentially 30 or more on Nuke. Again, a decider map and a decider series. Elimination for Group B on the cards here. One of these teams is out and will not have the chance to go to Chicago. One will live on. Windigo Nordavind. It's been uphill, downhill, and back again.
Well, Croman has dropped into the vent and is really hoping that someone will come after him. He's just holding and looking up on top. Bubble in towards the lower bomb site, just sitting here waiting for some sort of presence to be shown by Nordavind. presence. The window's being smashed, and Bubble wants to try and get some revenge for that, and he will look for the kills. Nate going in towards control room. Oh, it will actually do a little bit of damage, but it's Halzerk with a kill on the Bubble. Blocker will pick up one. Again, it's even. 4v4. Minute left of the clock as Windigo need this retake.
That they do. With the bomb planted now, everything shifts. The pressure goes on the Windigo. And towards the back hall will be Halzerk with 2. Ships and Poison know better than to go for it at this point. They're going to back out, saving double ops. They're going to have to take those into the next round. 10-10. We have a tie game yet again.
Just what you love to see. Close teams going right at it. And Nordavind needed these 2 rounds, and they've got them as well. So if they're going to have a good affair on the T side, it's mainly been Halzerk that's won them. Obviously a clutch coming in, the triple kill on this one. Quite the success. Let's see if he can continue that. And this is the replays, the shots that he ended up connecting in. Really good double. Stops Windigo's retake attempt almost instantly.
Let's put this into perspective, Dinko. All right?
All right.
Windigo, Nordavind. Out of the 8 teams that we have had in this tournament, obviously Avangard are now out, so we'll just say that we have a few others. Will either of these teams make it to Chicago?
No.
I wanted to pose the question.
I don't think any of them will even make the next game. After it gets Hellraisers, I think this should be the end of these 2 teams. I think that's as far as they'll get.
Well, as long as they're having a good time.
Yeah, they're making the most of it, right? They're staying around the tournament as long as possible.
Boom.
Super long games, but it will be Poison taking the kill onto Croman. It's definitely looking like a crazy round again. It's only 2 ops in this round for the CT side. And Nordavind. They got the SGs in play on Tensky and Rubino. So he's going to try and take their time, try and recover. They have got the weapons, so that's the thing for Nordavind that they have in their back pocket, right? They haven't got the deficit in terms of weaponry, but they have got it in manpower. So there's the kill from Harry.
Yes, it is. Right there, Blocker really questioning how that all came to be. Forces rotation, though. Tensky's just shooting him in the back. This has been a disaster for Windigo in this round. We're going to keep going tit for tat here, and by that I mean Poison and Ships still alive with these AWPs. But this bomb's going to get planted in upper with ease. Again, we'll probably see the save come out.
Well, deja vu. But this time it'll be Nordavind going into the lead. So 11-10 from the T side. I still feel at some point, though, Windigo will probably step into it on the CT side once they get their rifles in play. So certainly not going to be an easy one here for Nordavind.
Or if you just buy pistols, then you never really know.
You do have to
oh, there we go. Quite the shot right there. Harry taking down Ships, but not a whole lot for other than taking AWP out of the hands of Windigo. Poison should be able to hold on to his. See that round go in the way of Nordavind. What is a 3-round streak?
Well, here come the rifles. AWP for Poison, M4's AUGs are all available to the rest of the Windigo team. And we'll see Tensky. He definitely, again, has been a solid player for Nordavind across the series. He's had some good runs even on the map that they lost.
You know, Blocker's loving that one right there. You say you were watching hell, man.
Yeah, we had some of that in this Invitational. Some questionable plays from teammates, just wondering where the hell they've been shot from.
You said it was clear. Too much matchmaking on my hand, sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, there we have it. We do have some rifles on the board, so perhaps we have something more of a skirmish or a fight here. So far, neck and neck. Nordavind have found the lead. Victor on top of the hut, again, only finding himself one. Blocker doing the cleanup duties himself. He says, no, sir, not today, Harry. Not today, Rubino. Go wait in the lobby where you could find Tensky in a 1 versus 4. He does have a Krieg in his hands. Smoke flash, and now no life as it all flashes before his eyes. 11-11, back and forth we go.
Well, Nordavind have money, so we're probably going to see a buy come in here again, and that gives us the possibility of having another back and forth affair. So
of course.
Halzerk, he's going to pick up the AWP, and He's going to have the SGs available to the rest of Nordavind. They've generally gone for this setup. Instead of having AKs, which I don't really agree with. I think you should have like a couple of SGs. Don't buy majority SG, in my opinion. I think the AK is still the better weapon, but obviously Nordavind don't agree. And going for the SG setup across multiple players. And Windigo, he's going to go for a more orthodox purchase, the double-up setup, the 1 AUG, an AK, and an M4.
Yep, then again down on the ramp room will be Bubble by his lonesome.
Ships should find at least something here. He's looking at the smokes. He's getting a good view of them coming on in. That is the outside smokes deployed, but Rubino's actually pretty close, and so peeking up his ships. That's a kill. Can he get another? You better believe he can. So that's 2.
Going for a third, I bet, but there's an angle being held right there. He snaps to him, gets him down. And this was a round that Windigo needed right here. Ships being cut down short, but ultimately it's just Tinsky alone. 1v4 with the AWP in his hands.
He's desperately trying to get rid of these.
He just wants to get rid of these ops. Throw them over the wall.
Let's keep coming back.
Won't matter. They still have an op on the hands of Poison over there. So all in all, a great round. And great hold from Ships.
Yeah, solid stuff. You know, haven't really played too much towards the secrets there, so him being there kind of catches him off guard a little bit more. And good flash buying.
Yeah, that flick right there. Halzert just got smoked.
So 12-11, Windigo into the lead again. And the money's finally gone for Nordavind, but, you know, you could never say they're going to lose this, right?
But, you know, here we have it. Let's see what they do on their eco round. Double ops back in the hands of Windigo. Poison and Ships represent.
Ooh, that's never a nice way to go if you're Rubino. Getting dropped through the smoke and hit first, and then the AK bullets finish him off. So man advantage available to Windigo, and they certainly will be looking for some more. And Tensky is actually going to take a little bit of damage on board. So without really seeing anybody, Windigo are coming on top.
They are. They're going to bust through this smoke. There's going to be Bubble waiting there, and so will Ships. That, I'm not sure. I mean, Halzert, it was strange. Nonetheless, we finally have a team that has more than 2 rounds to the other opponent's score line. So 13-11. Windigo might be getting it done.
Might be.
And might not be.
Yeah,
you're right.
There's the key word. But it is going to be the purchase coming in from Nordavind. SG's galore yet again. No AWP this time, though. And that has been a big factor of their success from Halzert. So we'll see if they can make it happen on the rifles, or will Windigo go to 14. They're currently only 3 rounds away from getting that spot in the winners matchup of Group B to play against Hellraisers for a spot in the top 4.
That is absolutely correct. The Hellraisers waiting eagerly and idly by. And so will we for the conclusion of this round. So then it's slowed down to a snail's pace. Tinsky up there on Red Rock and the rest of his team just kind of holding their ground. This is a big round here. Should Nordavind lose it, they're going to find themselves in trouble.
Ever since we've kind of seen the double-up setup come in from Windigo, we've kind of seen the results turn around, which is pretty good to see. So, and we've had a lot of impact off of those ops. You know, Poison picking up kills, Ships obviously with his big round a couple of rounds ago. So certainly a lot of impact being found off the snipers. And Windigo keeping that afloat. Poison and Ships still wielding the big green guns. Although in their case, it's Dragon Lord, which is a pretty cool skin, which you can get on csgo.net. So
You can. Do you have a Dragon Lord, Dingo?
no, I don't, sadly.
Blocker might be earning himself 1 in this round. Finding 2. Poison with a Molotov kill. This is what Windigo wanted. We're going to be going up to 14, almost guaranteed, unless Halzert and Tinsky can do something. It's only going to be Tinsky down to 40 HP. You know where he is. You know where he was. He's out. 14-11. Looks like Windigo are on their way.
Finally, they seem like they've broken the back of Nordavind. But you can recover from that sometimes. So we'll see if Nordavind can step back into it. They have a little bit of money here. They could go for a little bit of a half-bar with pistols, unless they want to. That's if they want to play for overtime. If they want to play for the win in regulation, they'll probably have to go for the buy here.
Yeah, and that's it's going to be a tall tasking, too. You can tell there's a little bit of communication about that right now. 4 rounds in a row for Windigo. That's going to be the ball buster right there. Nordavind, not really sure what they can do. They're kind of in that weird in-between area, only MAC-10 being bought up on Rubino. So I imagine they're going to buy some pistols or maybe some more SMGs to his side. But all in all, quite the gamble there, Nordavind.
Well, all of the players have MAC-10s. I mean, let's see what they can do with it. There's no upgraded pistols either, so it literally will just be the MAC-10s that will be trying to get this done. They've got plenty of utility. I would have liked to have seen a little bit of rifle presence, maybe just 1 or 2 sprinkled in there, and just sacrifice the utility on a couple of those players, but we'll see if it's the right decision from Nordavind. They will be playing for the win here in regulation. If they end up losing this one, it might just be enough for Windigo.
But here we're seeing this fast pace from Nordavind again. They've had success with it in the past, but I do feel like Windigo is a little bit more prepared. Right now, playing from the rafters is going to be the frags winding in. And somehow we found ourselves at even strength 3 versus 3. Bomb having yet to been planted. Good peek from Poison. Good AWP kill, his second on the round. And with that bomb plant, Chrome and Halzer now have to shift into a defensive mode.
You just got to hold on, sink their teeth deep in towards the A-bomb site and try and make sure this ticks over to prevent Windigo from going to map point from series point. As the Molotov goes up towards heaven, that's from Holzerk. Croman still available. That Molotov forces them into the open and actually sacrifices Croman. So Holzerk alone, it's map point and series point for Windigo.
That is absolutely right. A gamble there from Nordavind. They played with the quickness. They're pacing. Got the bomb down, but it did stop there. They're going to have a good buy in this round. Not perfect. They should be able to get 1 AWP and head armor out, but all in all,
overtime?
I don't know.
Definitely could be.
Let's check in with Vendetta and see what he thinks right there. Maybe perhaps you guys can tweet at him. Let him know what you really think about him, or if this game's going into overtime. Or, whoa, where was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think I heard it.
Vendetta? Hello?
Hello.
Here we go. Get strapped in, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle your seatbelts. Rubino getting a good shot there, but nothing can land. It's Ships defending the secret again and again. He's going to fall, finding himself 2. That might have just been enough to put Nordavind away. Still a crazy word to me. Anyway, Tinsky and Holzerk are going to have a lot of work cut out for him. 2v4.
With an SG on both players, relatively high HP, and quite a bit of time to work with, it's definitely possible. As they go up towards heaven, it has to be a big 2v4 clutch to save the team, but Bubble, he wants to try and get the timing. The only problem is the window wasn't broken for him, and that would give away his position very quickly indeed. But there we go. There's the kill, and that might just be the final nail in the coffin. Holzerk has to go huge.
Holzerk has to go berserk, and right now he's got the drop, misses the first shot, goes for the second. Oh dear, we have a problem on our hands now. A bomb in his. He's going to drop that Molotov and upper. One of these players from Windigo are going to be trying to skate out. It's going to be Ships saving the day. Quite the round for him. And Nordavind are going to go from Nordavind to Nordalose.
Yeah, so we had Windigo or something like that.
Lose Windigo.
Yeah.
Windalose. No, wait.
Yeah, I confused myself.
I'll think about that one and get back to you.
We'll get back.
Either way, we do have a conclusion to the series. That did look like a really messy thing from both sides there for a bit. But overall, Nuke does go in the way of Windigo, as I would have expected it to, as we kind of forecasted it would. But overall, just a really sloppy first half.
A super sloppy series, I have to say, from both teams. The first 2 maps super close, obviously getting their map picks just barely. Coming on to the final map, though, you know, we just seen USP wins, P250 wins, Deagles coming through, and generally not the type of rounds you expect to be won in Counter-Strike.
That is not what you would expect, but we're full of that around here. We're going to be going to a quick break. When we do come back, we've got one more best of 3 coming your way, and I guarantee you there's no better place to be on Twitch today than right here, right now for the GG.Bet Chicago Invitational.